Okay, so Anthropic just dropped a bombshell on the AI world. They've released a brand new model, Claude Sonnet 4.5. And get this, it's making some seriously bold claims. Today, we're going to dive into what this new challenger is all about, how it works, and, whether it's really about to change the entire game. Let's get into it. 30 hours. Just let that number sink in for a second. What is that? Well, that's how long Anthropic's new AI can work on a single task, completely by itself. I mean, imagine you could hand off a massive coding project to debug or a huge data set to analyze, and then you just go to bed and you wake up and it's done. That's the promise here, and it's a huge one. And that promise, well, it brings up a massive question, doesn't it? When you have an AI that can do that, you have to ask, are we looking at the new king of AI for coding and all those other complex computer tasks? Yeah, Anthropic is not messing around here. They are positioning Sonnet 4.5 as the absolute best model in the world for two very specific things. One, coding, and two, something called AI agents. Basically, AIs that can actually do real work on your computer. They're going straight for the crown. Now, to really understand why this is such a big deal, you kind of have to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. We're not just talking about a small upgrade here. We are seeing a fundamental shift in what AI is for. It's moving from being a simple assistant that answers questions to being a genuine digital teammate that works with us. Just think about the difference for a second. On one side, you've got the classic chatbot, right? You ask it something, it gives you an answer. It works in these short little bursts. But on the other side, you have an AI agent, and that's a whole different beast. This thing can take on complex, multi-step jobs for hours and hours, actually using your computer to get it all done. And I love this quote because it just nails it. We're talking about a tool that isn't just a passive helper waiting for your next command anymore. It's an active, persistent digital coworker, just plugging away hour after hour until the job is finished. Okay, so how in the world does Sonnet 4.5 actually pull this off? What's the secret sauce? Well, it all comes down to three core superpowers that Anthropic has baked into this model. Let's break them down. Superpower number one, long autonomy. This is that crazy 30-hour number we started with. It's the AI's ability to just keep working continuously without you needing to check in on it or, babysit it. This is what lets it tackle those massive overnight projects. All right, superpower number two is honestly a game changer. It's called checkpoints and rollback, and you can think of it exactly like a save system in a video game. As the AI is working, it creates these little save points. So if it hits a wall or runs into an error, it doesn't just give up. It intelligently rolls back to its last good save point and tries a completely different way to solve the problem. It's a self-correcting system, which is brilliant. And the third superpower is what ties it all together and makes it so potent. Practical, real-world computer use. We're not just talking about an AI that spits out some code into a chat window. No. This thing can actually navigate your file system, it can execute the code it writes, it can edit your documents, and interact with your whole system. And the benchmarks, things like SWE Bench and OS World, they're backing this up, showing it leading the pack in these kinds of real-world tasks. But of course, Anthropic isn't the only player in the game. Not by a long shot. The AI space right now is an absolute battleground. So the big question is, where does Sonnet 4.5 actually fit in this fight for AI supremacy? This table gives you a really nice snapshot of the landscape. We're all waiting for OpenAI's GPT-5, which will probably be a monster at general reasoning. And Google's Gemini is just crushing it with multimodal stuff, video, audio, you name it. But look at where Sonnet 4.5 is playing. It's carving out this super specific and super valuable niche for itself, being the best at coding and autonomous agents. And here's the key takeaway, really. While a lot of other companies are chasing this grand goal of a general, all-knowing intelligence, Anthropic is planting its flag and saying, we are focused on practical, functional, real-world application. They're not trying to build a philosopher, they're trying to build the best power tool you've ever owned. Okay, so the tech is cool, the competition is fascinating, but let's bring it back home. What does the arrival of a model like Sonnet 4.5 actually mean for you? So who's going to benefit the most? Well, for developers, this could be massive. It could mean the end of spending countless hours on tedious debugging. For business owners, it's an incredibly powerful tool for automating complex workflows, for research, for managing documents. And for all of us AI enthusiasts, it's just a crystal clear sign of where this entire field is heading.
And that really is the bottom line, isn't it? The era of the simple chatbot, well, it's evolving. We are now officially entering the age of the true digital coworker, an AI that works right alongside you, taking on real, significant, long-term tasks.
Which brings us to our final and maybe the most important question of all. It's one thing for the technology to exist, but it's another thing entirely to actually use it. So I'll leave you with this thought. Would you actually trust an AI with this much power to run on your computer, totally unsupervised, for 30 hours straight? It's a wild thought, but it's a question we're all going to have to answer, and probably a lot sooner than we think.